Welcome to Savor the Story podcast, where books and snacks are life. I'm Nicole. That's Vanessa.
Hello. It's episode 50.
50 full episodes.
50.
Oh, best day ever.
And do you know what else? This episode comes out the week of our anniversary of recording our first episode.
Wow, look at us.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It's like we planned that.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so not from when the first episode came out, but when we recorded our first episode. Yeah, so a big episode for us. Oh my gosh, I almost got attacked by a cat.
She's like, how dare you keep me out of this
Smudge.
on your anniversary episode?
Smudge
it's Smudge?
Yes.
Oh man.
He's trying to attack me.
That's even more crazy.
You know, this
it's
whole
not usually Smudge.
No, this whole Tim having to work from the office thing is really fucking up my recording vibes, because it's either them jumping all over or me closing the door and them just meowing at the door the whole time, because they don't like it when I'm not, like, when no one's
visible.
around them. Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Anyway.
Yes. I too had to bring an animal into the recording studio.
Yes, but he's being good.
He is being very good, but that's because of all of the drugs.
Right, right, exactly.
So, Remy's high.
Oh, Remy is like, I'm cool, I'll just chill.
Mm-hmm. Every time, like, I look down at him, it's like, I don't know, do dogs have sixth sense about that they know they're being looked at?
I think so.
Because they'll sit, like, I'm not even making noise, more noise, less noise, like the same amount of noise. But if I stop or I'll look at him, I see his little eyes go.
He's like, do you need something from me?
Like, what do you want? Just like he knows anytime I'm about to take his picture.
Is he photo shy?
He does not like the paparazzi.
Abby's kind of like that too.
Yeah, as soon as the camera comes out, like, he's turning around or giving me profile or something. He does not like to look into the camera. I don't know what it is.
He's a little shy boy. He said, "You must pay me for my photo, Mom."
Well, that's interesting, because I do pay him.
In all of the
treats.
food and snack. Yeah, exactly.
And medical bills.
That's right. Oh goodness.
So.
Well, I think this episode might be a little bit of a long one.
Really?
Yes, I have a lot of book things to say to you today. Review wise, and also I have a topic to discuss before. Do you want to do snacks first and then we can talk book news?
Sure.
Okay. Tell me all your snacks for today.
I don't have any.
Okay.
Well, I lied. I do kind of have snacks, but not really.
That's why you were like, sure.
Yes. So I have been really into cold brew lately.
Okay. Like,
maybe it's
like specifically from Starbucks, or?
No, I've been making my own.
Okay.
And this actually started because I found out,
because of banana cold brew.
Banana cold brew. No.
Okay.
I've given up on the banana.
Great, thank you.
Vanessa, come on. Get over bananas. Jeez.
You're right. It's all me.
I found out after, like, me and Mike have been married for like 20 years, and I just now found out that my husband does not like flavored coffee.
What?
Like, I bought a bag. I thought it sounded delicious. It was like a Traverse City cherry Michigan themed coffee. So it's like coffee with like cherry flavor.
Yeah.
I was like, this sounds amazing. And I brought it home and I made it. And Mike took like one drink of it and he was like back in.
How did you not know this?
I don't know.
Has he never made his intentions known?
I guess I've never made flavored coffee before like that. Because we'll put we have syrups, and he'll put syrups in it. So in my mind,
he just doesn't like the coffee to be flavored,
right? And I have I'm always buying crazy creamers. Like right now we have peppermint mocha. We have double caramel. We have Reese's cup. We have all these different types of creamers, and he'll use them. But God forbid I buy a cherry flavored coffee.
Weird. He's very specific.
It's very specific. So after that time, he's like, I don't like this. Please, if you're going to make coffee, fine, but please don't make the flavored coffee.
Okay.
If you're making it for us. And I was like, okay, I can do this. This is reasonable. So I started making cold brew with it. And now it's a thing.
Okay.
I'm just drinking a shit ton of cold brew. I usually don't drink that much coffee, but I'm just drinking gallons of cold brew now. So
you're turning into Tim.
I am. And it's really fucking with my sleep schedule.
Oh, I believe it.
I haven't gone to bed before midnight the last 5 days. And during the weekend it's not a big deal because I'll just sleep in the next day.
Yeah.
No. This morning I had to get up for work.
Oh no, Nicole! I think we need to find you a new snack.
Yes. Yeah. So I thought about my snack because I made chicken and lentil soup tonight, and it is on point.
Excellent.
The secret ingredient is, I'm not going to tell you.
Okay, it's a secret.
It's a secret from even myself.
Okay.
Nutritional yeast.
Okay.
That is the secret ingredient.
All right.
It tastes like cheese.
Okay.
Anyway, sidebar. So yeah, I was like, but yeah, I feel like my snack should be cold brew. All the cold brew.
Okay.
And
gallons and gallons of cold brew.
Right. Mike's making regular coffee, and the coffee he doesn't drink out of the French press. I'm just pouring it into my cold brew carafe, putting it in the fridge.
Oh my goodness.
So
okay.
The bottle never gets empty. And that's the problem.
Oh. Well, okay, so is it once you make it, do you have to drink it that day, or can you can just put it in the fridge and it's fine?
Yeah.
Oh, Nicole, why are you not doing that?
I am.
It's too delicious and you just want to drink it all?
The problem is I continue to drink it and we just keep making more coffee. So I just keep pouring coffee into the, into the jar. Okay. And then it's like a self-refilling.
How did this get full?
I don't know, but I should drink it because there's so much of it.
Oh, okay, that's fair. That's fun.
I feel like this is only going to keep happening until it gets cold out.
Yes. And then you're going to want to switch.
And then I'll be over it. Yeah. But until then. But yeah, I'm not even a huge fan of Starbucks cold brew or go to any coffee store. I'm just not really a huge fan of cold brew. But for some reason.
Your own, specifically the cherry one?
Well, it started out as cherry.
Oh,
but throughout the week, I just keep pouring different types of coffee in there. Okay. It's not even the same beans every single time, so it's just like a smodge podge of. And
it still tastes good.
Still tastes like coffee.
Okay.
I do not have a refined palate. Also, it's about half creamer, so any fair. Flavors do not exist.
Yeah. I don't really like coffee that much, so if it tastes too coffee-y, I'm out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I also do not have a coffee refined palate.
But do you have a snack
palate?
I
do have a snack palate. And this weekend I made my salsa, so I had chips and salsa.
Oh, man.
I know, and I haven't made salsa in a really long time. And so I made 3 jars of salsa basically, and within the first day, Tim was gone through 1. And then day 2, the second jar was gone, and I think we only have half a jar left now. And
I believe that.
Yeah, Tim was like, I missed your salsa so much.
I miss your salsa so much.
Do you want me to try to figure out how to send you some?
Yes.
Okay.
Or I think feel like you've given me the recipe before.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll try and make it.
Okay. Yeah, it's super easy. But yeah, so my snack this week is going to be chips and salsa, specifically my salsa.
Vanessa's salsa.
My salsa. I also did make guac, but the avocados weren't ready. I forced them, and so the guac didn't really turn out great because they were too hard.
Yeah, the only thing you can do in that situation is just add more salt.
Yeah, exactly.
Try to get rid of the taste of unripe avocado.
Yes, it was fine. We made burgers, made burgers and stuff, and so I put guacamole on my burger, and that was fine because it kind of all the flavors just kind of blended all together and the texture and stuff. But when you tried to eat it with chips, it was too difficult. So I'm very upset about that. But the salsa turned out delightful.
Oh,
yes,
so sad.
Are you ready for my book discussion today?
Yes.
We can say it's Mr. Chatty's Corner, but it doesn't have anything to do with AI.
Okay.
Okay. So today we are going to talk about author spaces versus reader spaces. Have you seen any of this going on online?
I don't know.
So
I feel like I might have, but
yeah,
go ahead.
It's been pretty big recently in like the social media spaces or whatever. So basically the debate at its core is that readers online feel that authors are too involved in the reader spaces. And so they believe that the author's presence in those spaces hinders their ability to like review, rate, discuss, critique, blah, 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 all the things. Basically, readers are like saying that they're afraid of critiquing anything without fear, like that the author is going to see it or respond or like defend themselves or whatever, which happens quite a bit, I guess. So I guess there's been times when authors, like specifically big ones, have said something and their fans go after the bad reviewer, like attack them, like it. Which why? Like why are you attacking whatever? So readers, I guess, are starting to feel that like these spaces have become overrun with authors promoting their books instead of normal readers giving like real reviews about whatever. And then on the other side of this debate is the authors are like, hey, we're part of this community too. Like, this is our space as well.
I read books.
Yeah, I read books. I shouldn't have to leave. Also, another thing is like, obviously the environment that we're in now is that social media is a massive marketing spot for them. So of course they're going to be involved in this space, right? So they feel like they should be allowed to respond to positive or negative reviews. So it's been coming up more and more. Authors are like more and more commenting on things. So my question is going to be, what are your thoughts on it? But I was going to tell you, I saw something from, she's a TikToker, Bookstagrammer, whatever. Her name on there is Brit and Her Books. You probably know her for her whiteboard that she does. But she recently had like a conversation about this and kind of her assessment. And I think I've like fully agree with what her assessment is, in that social media, so Threads, Instagram, TikTok, all of that stuff is a shared space. That is not a reader space. That is not a, like, readers don't own this space of social media, because it is a spot where authors have to like go and promote and all the things. Spaces like Goodreads, Storygraph, Discord that are specifically like reader discords, those are reader spaces. Those should be the spaces that you should feel comfortable reviewing, critiquing, blah, 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 all the things without authors, either without them seeing it or without like fear of them having some retribution against you for them. And then the author spaces are like author ran Facebook groups, author ran Discords, like spaces where they're doing arcs or beta reads or stuff like that. Like all of that is kind of like their author spaces where you, if you have a really terrible review or critique or something, that's not the space for you to air that, right? So I feel like I agree with that kind of sentiment of specifically social media being a shared space. So yeah, I wanted to like talk to you about it and see like what are your thoughts about like reviewing on social media and all that?
Yeah, so I probably never put that much thought into it until we started this adventure. And so now sometimes, because I know I have a lot of, like, maybe not the best reading or best ratings. And so, but to your point, social media, Goodreads, anywhere that our shit is out there, I know that the author can see it.
Right.
And sometimes as I'm in my tangent, I'm not thinking of the author's feelings, right?
Right.
But I also think that there has to be a space where people can give opinions of books, right? Because, well, I 100% understand as an author, this is your child, you know, this is, you built this, you made this, or whatever. But if it's not very good, you should also be told that.
Right.
So that way you can do better.
Right.
Maybe not do better is maybe not the right term, but like do something.
Right.
If what you're concerned about is selling books, right? If you're just making books because you feel that that information needs to be put out there regardless of how it's received, whatever. But if your point is to sell books, then you need that criticism, right?
Yeah. I've seen a lot of authors saying that like their reader's opinion of their book is almost not their concern, right? Like or even like their, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like
when they write the story, they're not thinking about the reader.
Exactly. In fact, I actually just saw an article when I was like looking around about this stuff. I guess Emily Henry specifically on a panel said something about like if she doesn't, once she puts the book out, like she doesn't go into spaces to find out good or bad reviews because she feels like it'll change the way she writes in the future. She said like it'll change, like almost give her a fear of like trying to please these people and stay the same for these people. And she said that it almost will give her like a fear and she doesn't want to write with fear. So I'd like, basically her stance is like, once I put it out there, think about it whatever you want to think about it, and that's that. Right. And I feel like I saw a lot of authors kind of felt the same way. So I don't know.
I guess my main thought on all of this is it makes me sad that it's both ways. It's not just writers or authors or readers. The fact that people, like, I get you're allowed to feel things about books, but oh my goodness, it makes me sad when people, like you said, authors voice it, you know, and then people go after that reader, or readers gang up on authors or stuff like that. That makes me sad.
I know. I feel like, honestly, we've seen it just with ourselves in the last like few books that we've read together, right? In that like reading and your joy of that book or whatever is so, what's the subjective to where like your opinion can be wildly different than someone else's opinion, and that's fine because you're going to connect to different characters, different themes, different storylines, like things. I feel like things in your life are going to change the way that you accept other people's stories or whatever. And so I just feel like okay, that's why I kind of feel like I'm on the side of the authors where they're like, once I put it out there, I don't need to know your opinion about it because like what, you either connect with it or you don't. I do think there's a difference between a book that's terribly written though. Like So I'm going to say this podcast is a safe space for us. This is a Nicole and Vanessa reader space. If authors come in here, that's their own choosing.
Please don't hate me.
But I feel like both of us have been pretty it's pretty obvious that both of us are very honest about our reviews.
Yeah, it's not like keeping me up at night, but sometimes I'll go after, like, we'll record and then I'm laying there and I'm like,
was I too mean?
Did I need to say it like that? Mm-hmm. Like, could I have said it better?
Right.
Like, and I will say, even just doing this, sometimes you'll get into the zone where you're like, I didn't like this. Oh yeah, that reminds me, here's 50 other things that I didn't like either. And now it just turns into a list of everything that you feel is, like, I'm air quoting, shitty about a book.
Yeah.
When in the end, you're like, yeah, it was still an average read.
Right.
But you listed 50 things that sucked about it. And you're like,
how is it still 3 stars?
I know.
I know. I understand. That's... and I've been in situations like that a lot where I'm just like, this wasn't a good book, but I loved it. Like, I don't know how to, whatever. Yeah. I think it's just, I don't know.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite things when you say, like, I don't know why I like this book. There's so many flaws, but I just liked it. And I'm like, good. Like,
I do say that a lot.
Yeah. Like, it's good that you, like, that's when, like, you can recognize that there are flaws in a book and still continue to read it. And I think you've said this about me before. Something that I guess I never really thought about is I'll get to one thing that makes me upset and I'm like, this book is dead to me. So,
yep.
Completely opposite ends of the spectrum there, right?
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's all. I just wanted to... I've been seeing it a lot lately, and I was like, I think we should kind of talk about it. If for no other reason than for us to, like... We will always be honest about our reviews here.
Correct.
We're not... It may, like... If you see it on Instagram or something, it's just like, we read it. This book was read. Because Instagram is a shared space. Where here we are going to tell you how we really feel about things.
Yes.
And just cross our fingers and hope for the best.
Right.
Oh, goodness. Well, speaking of book reviews, do you want to tell me about your books this week?
Yes, I feel like I need to go first.
You do need to go first.
All right. Sweet. Okay. Since I know you have a haul, we talked about this earlier, I chose to only review one book today.
Okay.
But, kind of back to what we talked about a minute ago, I feel like I've been doing a lot of shitting on books lately.
Okay, are you switching it up?
I partially blame my slump. But I also partially blame that I've just not been giving books a lot of stars lately, or a lot of whatever miscellaneous snack. So I purposely chose this book because it is a 5-star read for me.
Yay!
Yeah. For our 50th episode,
yes.
I had to do a 5-star.
I love this.
Or 5 gallons of cold brew.
5 gallons. Okay.
Okay. So, this book is called Never With You by Kortney Keisel. Keisel? Have you ever heard of Kortney Keisel?
No.
Me neither.
Okay.
Apparently, Kortney has like 26 books out.
Really?
I clicked her little thing on Goodreads, and she has like 26 books.
Okay.
Warning, spoiler alert. Sorry, not sorry. I will be reading more.
Okay.
This book was amazing. And it was rated like 4.7.
Okay.
On Goodreads. So I am not the only one. I am the majority.
For what? For the first time. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just so excited. I can't talk.
Yes.
Great.
So
okay.
I read this on my phone. It was a Kindle. And
do you read all of your Kindles on your phone?
Yeah, pretty much. So I have my Kindle and I'll read it if I'm like sitting in the living room.
Okay.
But if I'm anywhere else, I'm reading it on my phone. That is one thing that I will always love the Kindle app for it, is that if I read it on my phone and then I read it on my Kindle and I read it on my phone and I listen to it or whatever, they will all
connect,
join hands.
Yes.
And I don't have to be like, where was I? Okay. Carly has left her last job because of a bad office romance / breakup.
Okay.
And she's not going to make the same mistake twice. So, when she gets to her new job and she meets Nate and he's smoking hot, she decides immediately right then and there that she hates him.
Okay.
They cannot be friends.
Right.
But that's okay with her because she has a budding romance going online with a man she's never met. She also does not know his name.
Bet I can guess who it is.
Okay. So they work at a company where they plan, they take care of, they're like travel agents, but for like businesses. So like if a business is like, I want to take all my employees to Bali, who works somewhere where they take their to Thailand? Like some of these examples were in there. I was like, what company is taking all of their employees?
Go there?
Yeah, I know. Where's this company? I want to work there.
Yeah.
So her job is to help plan those trips.
Okay.
So kind of like a travel agent, but for like a company.
Okay.
Specifically for like executive travel. And Nate also works there. So the next trip comes up, and they have to work it together. And this comes with issues for Carly. 1, Nate is there, like I said.
Right.
And 2, so is her ex.
Oh, fucking course.
Yeah. Who also brought his new fiance.
Oh, fucking course.
Right. Yep. Sure.
Okay.
More.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Nate has problems with this trip too. His parents are on this trip.
Okay.
Yep, his dad owns the company.
I was gonna say, do the parents work at the company that's doing the trip? Okay.
His dad owns the company.
Okay.
And due to some family business, he may have also lied to his parents about having a girlfriend.
Oh my goodness, we've got fake dating, we've got forced proximity, we've got hidden pen pals.
Hidden pen pals. They're also everything.
We
all
got
of
everything.
The tropes.
Okay.
This is literally just a book of tropes.
Okay, great.
Okay, so Nate and Carly, they strike a truce, and they decide, for their mutual benefit, that they are going to fake date. But during this fake dating extravaganza, Carly begins to see a side of Nate that she didn't know, and she's kind of likes. Turns out he's not that bad of a guy, right? And Nate finds out that Carly isn't the stick in the mud that he thought. Slowly
heart bubbles.
I know, it's so cute. Slowly they grow to like each other, and these feelings are threatening the ones she thought she was feeling for her online crush. Have you ever seen the movie You've Got Mail?
I knew you were gonna say that.
Yes. I thought you might. So yes, it's basically like that.
Okay,
the online like talking and crush thing and meeting and stuff like that. That's basically You've Got Mail. The rest of the storyline, when they're in, the fake dating and Bali and all the other stuff, that's just adorable. Like we said, one of my favorite tropes to begin with. I know there's a bazillion and a half in this book, but I love letters and, I consider the I-aming to be close enough,
It's correspondence.
It's correspondence.
Yeah.
Carly calls them pen pals.
Yeah.
Which I thought was funny.
Yeah.
Because, like, that just doesn't really... It's not really a thing that exists anymore, right? So, like I said, it has very many You've Got Mail vibes. There is so much good banter in this book. Maybe a lot of it was right place, right time. I don't know. I didn't specifically look for a book with any of these themes. It wasn't... I was just looking for a book. I had finished a book like 2 or 3 days ago, and I was in this like decision making loop where I just couldn't make a decision on a book. And so as soon as I saw my favorite trope on this one, because I was just going through all the romances, I saw this trope. I was like, whatever. I don't even care. Yeah. It's rated super high. I'll take the chance. Yeah. It really worked for me.
Yeah.
There, like I said, there are so many great lines and quotes. There's only one quote in the whole book where I was like, okay, I don't think this works. But it wasn't even anything stupid. She just says, I was so mad my eyes seethed. And I was like,
I don't think your eyes can seethe.
I was like, I don't think I've ever seen it used that way, so I had to Google what seethed meant. Because I was like, I have to know if you can replace this word with like if it's a equal. I didn't really think it fit, but I was just like, whatever. I'm enjoying this book so much that I'm giggling. There's no third act breakup in this.
Excellent.
There's no breakup at all. It's just like super wonderful through the whole thing. Yes.
Uh-oh.
I wish this was smut.
Oh, it was not.
No, it was clean.
Okay.
The book is great without it. But I would have given it an extra star if there was smut.
It would have been a 6-star read. A 6-star
read. I loved this book. There was something I found out after I finished the book, which I'm sad. Well, I don't know. I can't decide if I'm sad or not. Okay. This book is told from one POV, so it's told from Carly's point of view, and it works. She does a great job. You never really know what Nate is thinking, but she does a really good job balancing that, and he's just a wonderful person. And so when I was going through all this, and I was like, oh my gosh, she wrote bonus chapters after. If you go to her website, you sign up for her newsletter. We're now friends on Goodreads. You don't have to do all of that, but I downloaded the extra 13 chapters.
13?
I know.
Oh my gosh.
They're all really short.
Okay.
They're all
just like little scenes from him?
Yeah, like 1 or 2 pages, right? Okay. So I think the 13 chapters come out to about 33 pages. Okay. So they're really short. The spacing isn't exactly right, in like a Kindle, so I wouldn't even call it 33 solid pages. All right. I've gotten about 30 pages through of it before we started this. Okay. And it's cute. Yeah. I don't think it's needed for the story. The story is wonderful without it, but I wanted it. I needed them because I think I'm in love with Nate.
Do you have your first book boyfriend?
I think so.
Nicole! I'm so happy for you! We found Nicole's book boyfriend, finally! It only took us 50 episodes!
Oh, man. I think this might... I have to go back and look at my list of other books. This might be my favorite book so far this year.
Yay!
Yeah. So what I really need... I'm formally requesting that you read it, because I think it is also Kindle Unlimited.
I'll tell you right now, I was already planning on it.
Okay, great. But the same rule applies. If you don't like it, you have to pretend
I did not read it.
Or if you feel like you owe me, I will accept one.
I'm going to tell you it's 2 stars just because.
Fine.
No,
You
no,
might make
no.
me cry.
I won't do that. I know. I won't do that, I promise.
Okay. I loved Nate.
I'm so excited for you.
Mm-hmm. I was so happy. And then sad because the book ended.
Tell me the name again.
It's called Never With You. So
Never With You.
Yeah, this is actually book 1 in the Always Say Never series. Book 2 releases in February. I think it's about, it wasn't really, I mean, it's kind of clear or whatever, but she has like a group of like 4 or 5 friends. And I think the stories follow that group of friends.
You're going to get a different couple.
Yeah, different couple every single book. I'll probably read it because, I mean, I'm going to read some other Kortney Keisel books before then, before February, so I'll probably have like a little bit better idea. If the other ones are hits, I'll probably give that one a try, but I don't know if it's going to hit the same.
I know. And especially because you fell in love with him. Like, all right. Well, I'm excited. I will be reading it. Yay. At least by the end of the year, because it will be one of my Nicole's favorites books.
Okay, yeah. That helps you tick something
It
off.
does help me. Oh, and you read it on Kindle. So okay. I'll probably do it on Kindle too then.
Okay.
Oh, how fun. What a great book for you for episode 50. And
I know. So I finished this book literally today.
You did?
I started reading it last night. I don't even know what time. And like I was saying, I stayed up until like midnight. At midnight, I was like, one more chapter. And I did that like 3 times. And so by the time I was like, Nicole, you really need to go to sleep.
You have to sleep.
It was 12:20. So I was like, I must read another chapter, but I also must sleep. So.
Well, I'm so excited for you. And I'm going to continue our theme a little bit for episode 50.
Yes.
And I'm going to tell you about my 5-star reads. And my favorite book boyfriend of all time. So for episode 50,
due to technical issues.
Yeah.
It is now Tuesday.
Yes, it is another day now. Because yesterday we had wild technical difficulties. Yes. So hopefully everything that we recorded yesterday is good. And now we will jump into my reviews. We got cut off right at my review. So are you ready, finally, for me to tell you my book this week?
I have been waiting for so long.
Me as well. I don't know if you're kidding or not, but I'm going to take it as you were not. And you're very excited right now.
I am really excited.
Okay. So in honor of episode 50, I started to reread the Shadowhunter books. So for episode 50, I'm doing the Infernal Devices trilogy, which is Clockwork Angel, Clockwork Prince, and Clockwork Princess are the 3 books. And before I even start, I'm going to tell you, to anyone who's like a Shadowhunter fan, I'm sorry if you don't agree with the order in which I'm reading them. But you can have your opinion and I will have mine. And I wanted to read it chronologically. So I'm starting from Infernal Devices and I'll go till whatever. I'm not doing publication order. Also, I feel like because I've read them before, it's not like I'm like, I feel like most of the time people who want you to read it in publication order say that because they're like, you're going to ruin blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, I've already read them, so I really don't care. Mm-hmm. Even if you haven't read them, I still recommend chronological order. Okay, thank you. Okay, so before I get into any of it, I'm going to tell you the tropes of this trilogy and the triggers. So There is a love triangle, there's found family, and there's like some forbidden love situations. And then triggers, there's terminal illness, grief and death, there's drug use. And then I saw online somebody said that like warring groups was a trigger in this. And I was like, well, it's a fantasy. So like, of course, like a fighting fantasy. Obviously, there's warring groups. So if that's a problem for you, okay.
Yeah, I feel like that's like one of the most used tropes in fantasy is there is some type of warring faction.
Yes, exactly. And if you don't know, the whole Shadowhunters like world is YA fantasy. So, I'm going to give you a little bit of a high-level information as well as what the specific trilogy is about. Since this is our intro into this world, I first want to explain Shadowhunters to you, and then over like the next 6 months or whatever, however long it takes me to read and review the rest of the books, I won't give you the Shadowhunter like part of it. I'll just give you the book review part of it. So we are in a fantasy world, obviously, where there's a hidden race of warriors called Shadowhunters. They have special abilities that make them stronger than most humans, and they also have runes that they put on their bodies that gives them different powers and glamours and all that kind of stuff. The Shadowhunters protect the human race. They call them mundanes, which are humans, and they protect them from demons and other supernatural dangers. So in this world specifically, there's like werewolves and vampires and fairies and warlocks, like literally every supernatural creature that you can think of, it has it. Okay. And then in this world, they are called downworlders. So they're from the downworld. There's also different groups of Shadowhunters all over the world, and each one has their own special institute. So this one is in the London Institute, and then there's a New York Institute and an LA Institute and like all that kind of stuff. And each one kind of protects that area from the downworlders. And yeah. And then also the institutes they're ran by Shadowhunters, and they also are like a place where Shadowhunters can go to live if you don't have a place to go, or if you're just in the area or whatever. There's like 1,000 rooms and you can just stay there. Okay. Okay, so specifically Infernal devices now. Like I said, we're in the London Institute and we're in the 1800s. We're in 1878. So Tessa Gray is our main character, and she's from New York. Her brother Nathaniel has left for London some time ago, but now she was staying in New York with her aunt because their mom and dad has passed away quite some years ago, and her aunt just passed away. So now, being the 1800s and the fact that she's like 16, 17 years old, right, like literally cannot stay by herself. So she goes over to London to try to find Nate. But instead of finding him, she finds herself swept into this magical world she previously knew nothing about. And she has a very unique power that she never knew she had. Mm. So there are a bunch of people who are after her. It's people that are part of this like downworld occult. Okay. And they want her specifically for her power that she has.
No, I was just going to say, I was going to ask, do they want her because of her magic, or does she like...
Yes. You know, so okay. She has it's not really a secret or a spoiler. You find out very early on what her secret power is, but it's she's like a shapeshifter. She can, if she touches an object that belonged to someone else, she can turn into them, and not only turn into them, but she has their thoughts and memories and like all that. So, jeez. So there's people out there that have like shifting abilities, but they aren't as like needed as her or as unique, because those people, she's the only one who has the ability to like read their memories and thoughts and like all that. Yeah. So there's a mysterious man that's after her, and he is just known as the Magister. And because of this, it is the law that the Shadowhunters protect her, because the Downworlders are going after her. So they offer her asylum in the Institute, and they begin investigating more about this club and the Magister. So throughout the series, more and more will be uncovered about Tessa and her power. So you'll find out like who and what she is and like all that kind of stuff. And more about the occult and the club that the Magister is like in charge of. He is also in charge of these clockwork, how do you say automatons? Automatons? Is that how you would say it? Okay. Yeah. Auto things. Like
Autobots.
Yes, they're basically they're magical Autobots.
All right, sweet.
That is what they are. And he's building like a clockwork automaton whatever army to try to take over the Shadowhunters. Like he does not like Shadowhunters, he wants to eliminate them. And so along the way, like Tessa and the Shadowhunters are trying to find out how to stop him, basically.
Okay.
So there's a lot of deception and fighting and stuff. So now that's kind of what the whole trilogy is about. There is a love triangle in this trilogy that is the best love triangle I've ever had, like read in my entire fucking life.
Okay.
I love both of them. So I first read these books in 2013. Well, I think the first book comes out, let me actually see. The first book came out in 2010 and the last book came out in 2013. So I actually read these when they released. Like I was already in the series, so I read them as they came out. So I haven't read the last one since 2013. But when they came out and I read them, my friend and I at the time used to have fights because she hated one of the guys. And so we would she wouldn't hear anything about it. So we would fight about it all the time. But I'm going to tell you that this is I think this is why I don't like love triangles in other books, because none of them can beat this love triangle.
You've already decided.
I've already decided none of them are going to beat Will and Jem and Tessa. Like, you're not going to.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, the thought of having a good love triangle gives me anxiety. Like, how do you choose?
I feel like there's a very clear answer to which one is the right answer.
Okay.
But you can't help but to love them both, and like how it all plays out is perfect. Like it's just perfect.
Gonna be sad.
Someone is going to be sad, but the way it plays, I can't. If you're never gonna read, I don't want to give a spoiler because I really, really want people to like read it.
Okay.
If you haven't already, I'm forcing this upon you, unless your name is Nicole. And if you want, I will tell you what happens not on air.
Okay.
So just like a little whatever breakdown of each book. Clockwork Angel, I was so fucking happy to be reading these again. Like, I remembered big plot points of the books, but all of the little pieces, like the little details and stuff, I forgot, and I was like giddy through the whole time I was reading it,
which is surprising because that's not normally a thing for you.
No. It is not. And so I was just whatever. And then I also remembered some of the things so you do get quite a bit of Easter eggs throughout this of things that come up in future books. So there's like items that there's in the world that come up later. There's immortal people that come up that you meet in the series that come up in later series. Like, it's really cool. Also, I read them all on Kindle, so I did highlight the fuck out of the book while I was reading it. So I do plan on unhiding everything in my Goodreads. So if you're interested in some of the things that I was like about, yes, I will be unhiding them. So go look at my Goodreads. Okay. Book 2, The Clockwork Prince. The first sentence I wrote down was, I forgot how much I love this love triangle. So they're just like perfect in different ways. I think book 2 is probably my least favorite of the 3, but it's still, it's still fantastic. I will say the beginning of it was a little hard for me to get through, and I don't know if that was because I knew what was coming, and so I was like, oh god, fuck, hurry up and get through this part. Like, I just want to get to the part that I want, you know?
Right,
so
yeah.
I feel like that is part of it. But once I got back, like, through that first, like, 15-20% or whatever, I was back in and I was fine. And then the last book, Clockwork Princess. I knew what was coming and I fucking cried so much.
Oh, no. Why?
Bawled like a baby. So there's a whole bunch of things that happen in the book that made me cry. There's specifically one about halfway through that I was just... And Tim kept talking to me and I knew what was about to happen. And I was like, I need you to get everything out right now because I'm about to like lose my mind and I don't want to be interrupted.
I will not be coherent for any conversations.
Yes. Yeah. So it's like, please just tell me what you have to tell me and then leave me alone so I can get through this like 2 chapters. Okay. Thank you. And then the epilogue of this book is just fucking like... it's heartbreaking. I'm gonna cry right now.
Oh no.
Just thinking about it. So I will tell you, so I don't know if I okay, we're gonna go back to a conversation about like how different books hit for different people, right?
Yeah.
I will say I do think these are really well written, so I don't think it's a situation of me just being like, I love it, even though it sucks, you know? I do think they're really, really good books. But this trilogy specifically is one, I think, for me that just, like, hits on every single level. Like, I don't think I've ever had books make me feel the way this trilogy makes me. Like,
wow.
I don't know. I don't know. It's just like, I think this whole world is really what got me like really, really loving to read, especially fantasy books. And I'll tell you, so I finished these, like the last one a week or so ago, and I have not stopped thinking about it. I'm genuinely sad that I don't know these people in real life.
Oh no.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it other than I fucking love this trilogy so much. I love the whole world, the whole Shadowhunters world, but these 3, I just fucking love them. I love all the characters. I love, like, all the side characters are great. Everyone is just, it hits. So if you can't tell, all 3 books are 5 stars. 5 whole stars. I don't even know what I rated. What did I rate? Chips and salsa?
Yes.
We're going to go like gallons. 5. You know how you said that yours would be a 6-star book if there was smut?
Are these your 6-star books? Okay.
These are my 6-star books. Yep. 100%. So I've finally introduced you into the Shadowhunter world. And I don't know.
Can I ask you a question about the series? So are these the type of books where you can read these 3 as a standalone and they don't really affect the other books because those are completely different people? Like, or do you really have to... I mean, I know she wrote these last, but...
So she actually wrote them throughout. So I think the Mortal Instruments is 6 books. And I think book 1 of Infernal Devices came out after book 3 of Mortal Instruments. So they kind of... the last 3 books of the Mortal Instruments stagger. So it went book 3 of Mortal Instruments and then 1 Infernal Devices and then book 4 and then 2 and then... So she put them out like that. But the only thing you're missing if you don't read all of them is like the fun little Easter eggs that are throughout. Like, and there's one, I mean, I'll just tell you, I don't think this is super spoiler. So Magnus Bane is a warlock and he's immortal. And he's like a massive character so in the Mortal Instruments. So if you read the main series first, like if you read it in publication order, you're going to get a lot of Magnus, but he's also in Infernal Devices. So like that's one character that you get kind of throughout the whole thing because he's like involved in the Shadowhunter community, basically.
Okay.
So yeah, you don't have to read. You can definitely just read it separately, but if you like the Shadowhunter world, then whatever. And also the names, like the big Shadowhunter names, like families within the world are throughout all of the books. So like obviously spanning hundreds of years, but you do get like the whole family tree of all of the names. Yeah. So yeah, that's that. So the next trilogy is called The Last Hours. It's set in the early it's like 20 years after Infernal Devices, and it's the children of the people from Infernal Devices. So it's like their offspring.
Okay.
So that one will be coming next, maybe in like a month or two. I don't know how quick I'm going to get through them, but that one is next. All right. No more Shadowhunters because I'm never going to be able to tell you how much love I have for them.
Before we go into a discussion, can I bring something up? I know it's been the
only if you're going to be nice.
It is nice. It's not about Shadowhunters. I have nothing to say about it. I have not secretly read them or anything like that.
Okay.
So in my time yesterday, in your time, like 30 minutes ago in recording time, I talked about the book Never with You. And I said, wow, are all Kortney Kiesel's books this good? I have started a second Kortney Keisel book since then.
You have?
And it is not that good. It is. I think I made the ultimate mistake where I started with the best book. I didn't know it, but
right. But the first one you read had all of the tropes that you were that you love. So like you started with oh no.
Yeah, I did. So I didn't know until after I finished that book that there was like 20-ish other books that she had. They're all clean. They're all clean romances, which whatever.
Yeah.
But I've noticed in this one that I'm reading, there are some like, I don't want to call it duplications, but you know how like you read a book and you're like, man, that sounds really familiar, and it's by the same author, and they're like, oh, that's because they used something similar in another book, right? Like a phrase or or like a situation that happens. So obviously I've only read like 30% of another Kortney Keisel book, but I'm already sad because it's not Never with You good.
You already know it's not going to be a 6-star read.
I can already tell.
All right.
So I'm still going to finish it. Yeah. So
was it also Kindle Unlimited?
Yeah, all her books are Kindle Unlimited.
Okay, good. Okay.
So yeah, if you guys are looking for a very clean romance,
which
I did do some reading on, like, because usually I don't, before I finish the book, I don't really read people's reviews. There are a lot of people who consider these books, which I don't consider these books like, they talk about like, oh man, he looks really like good without his shirt on, and his you can see the V of his abs, and like they kiss and there's like they think about each other naked, and there are a lot of people out there who are like too much, and I was like,
I know. I've seen that where people will do the little like chili rating or whatever for spice, and yeah, I've seen people who have said like they're two chili peppers means that they kiss, and I'm like, what? 2 chili peppers is kissing?
What does 1 chili pepper mean?
I don't know. Like they held hands or something. I don't know, but I'm just like, how is two kissing to me is like nothing. Like you're just it's a romance. Yeah. That's what it is to me. Like,
yeah, and this is not me like bashing on anybody's romance levels,
No.
but I was just like, kind of like what you were saying. I was surprised by, because the books even say this is like a clean romance, sweet romance, all that other stuff. So the fact that, I mean, I don't even think they talk about sex. I think the most you get is like kissing. So I was just like, when people are like, that's too much. And I was just like, oh man.
Interesting.
I need somebody to tell me what good, clean romance that doesn't have any of that. You know what I mean? That's what I need to experience so that way I can understand this.
So that it doesn't have, like you're saying, it doesn't have anything, like just maybe like a mention of being in love or something. Yeah. And that's it.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
So that's what I need.
I'm ready for you to finish it and tell us your final thoughts.
I know. I'm going to have to start
and see if you keep going.
Yeah. I'm going to have to start coming up with spice levels so that way I can be like, this one is a jalapeno and this one is a potato. Like
a potato. Yes. Okay. Excellent. I am sad about that news though, that it's not. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to talk about it next week, but then we had this happen, and I was like, well, fuck it. It's only been 30 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
all right. Question time.
All right.
Maybe. All right. Do you leave the dust jackets on your books when you're reading, like a hardcover, or do you take it off? It's a random question.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think, because I think I leave them on.
Do you?
Yeah, I don't.
I 1000% take them off.
Do you really?
Yes, I cannot. It will drive me crazy because how as soon as you open one and then it like becomes disconnected from the back of the book, like it drives me fucking crazy. So anytime I read a hardcover that has a dust jacket on it or a dust cover, I just take it off and I put it away until I'm done reading it.
Interesting. Yeah, I do not do that. I leave it on. I understand what you're saying about how it gets like floppy and stuff. But I also use the dust cover jackets as bookmarks.
Yes,
I have that bad habit. So
yeah, I have done that before for sure. Like if I'm somewhere that I can't take it off and like put it somewhere or whatever, I'll just like fold that little whatever
little flap into
yeah. I'm very interested in what people do with those. I kind of want the book publishing community to start printing directly onto the book and get rid of dust covers.
Yeah, I don't really understand the need for dust covers because, I mean, I could Google it. I could do the deep Google and I could look to see why are dust covers a thing? Oh, back in the day it was dusty and there was mice everywhere and, like stuff like that. My house is not like that. So I think it's probably a thing of the past, right?
Yeah.
So
it would be nice if you print the actual cover on the book itself and then print like a special edition cover on like the jacket. And then so if you want it to have a different cover on the front, you could buy just the jacket and put it on there.
Yeah.
That would really be ideal.
Yeah. Well, and then there's, the people where I think now you can like buy dust covers for books, like new ones.
For sure.
Yeah. So, and I don't know if that's a publishing thing or if that's like people are just doing it on their own, and you can go on like Etsy and get them.
Yes, yeah, you can definitely do that. I've seen like little bookish like independent shops that do it where they will create, because especially for books when they change up like book 3 from book 1 or whatever. Yeah. And so these little shops will do it to where they get licensing with the book publisher or whatever, with the author, and then they create the dust covers for all of the books in the series, so then they all match. And you don't have to go out and buy new books. So I've definitely seen it, but I don't think I've ever seen it directly through a publisher. Okay. It's always been like shops and stores and stuff like that who get licensing to do it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Because I know for sure I've seen it with like the ACOTAR series. I know I've seen it with the Fourth Wing series. Like I've seen it where they'll do like the blackout versions and stuff like that, to where if you're going for a certain aesthetic on your shelf.
Yeah.
So yeah, they'll just do that for all of them. Just put the cover on the fucking book. So then I don't have to worry about dust covers anywhere. And give me a special edition one if you want to have a fun, pretty cover.
Yeah, the problem is I know myself, and if they did that, I still wouldn't. What would I do with the cover? I'd leave it on anyways because I wouldn't want to throw it away because it's too pretty.
Right, exactly.
So I don't know. Well, I think it's just a thing that's here forever now.
It's gonna be forever. Especially the more and more they get into like special editions and stuff, they're just gonna keep pushing out books with new dust covers on them.
Maybe I'll start making my own dust covers.
Do it.
It'll just be pictures of my dog on every single one.
That's the aesthetic you're going for on your shelf. Is
all
just
my
Remy.
shelf will be just like different Remy doing different things.
That's a very specific bookshelf you're gonna have. Just like I'm picturing like I don't know why this book came into my head, but like Pride and Prejudice, and it just says like Remy wearing like
a bonnet,
him wearing like a little bonnet on the cover or on the side or whatever, and then you're gonna have like Fourth Wing, and he's gonna be riding a dragon, and like
he is the dragon.
Oh, somebody's writing Remy.
Yes, great. Yes. And then like you have like the ones that the books that have like 6 books in them or whatever, like a whole box set, and it's just a long Remy on every single one.
Just like a little sliver of him in the middle book. That's a very specific bookshelf you're going for, but I approve.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll start working at this.
Okay, I can't wait. I think that's everything. Let us know if you. Very easy question. Let us know if you read with your book dust cover on your book, or if you take it off like me. Because you're not a crazy person. That go to our website and show us love there. But you can email us from there, savorthestorypod.com, and you can look at all of our favorite things are on there, all of our favorite reads, all of our episodes, like everything is there. Go to any of our socials, Savor the Story Pod everywhere. Savor the Story Pod on YouTube if you want to watch it. That's it. The end.
The end.
Yes, thanks. Bye.
Bye. Get out of here.